bang, bang, bang. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's lunchtime live. Welcome to the show. How you guys doing? It's a beautiful day. Thursday, July 31st, 2025. We're on our way to August already. We got badass fights in August. Hamzat Chimaev, Dricus Duplessis. I can't wait for it. The remainder of 2025, I'll expect to be a pretty damn good one after the slow start to the first half of the year. You guys know what I'm saying? But what's up, everybody? I'm chilling, hanging out. I look like I'm off the rips, but really I'm not, bro. I'm just living life, you know. I'm living life in the fast lane at the speed of life, and I can't slow down. Only got a gallon in the gas tank at the finish line, and I can't stop now. I don't even know where I'm headed, just enjoying the ride. What's up, people? What's up, people? Good to see you, AJ. Was just thinking about the stream tonight. Hell yeah. Big stream tonight. We got the late night live tonight. I'm going to chop it up with the Savages. We'll talk UFC Vegas 108 and, you know, the usual Q&A and banter in the mix of it all. Don Vito, sup? Hey, what's up, Antec? What's going on? I'm doing a members stream tonight, too, so don't forget it, you Savages. Yay, lunchtime live. I'll catch what I can to replay the rest. What's up, Stormy Normie? Shout out to you, bro. It's Shama time. No, I definitely can't beat the Ripsky allegations because my eyes look about a centimeter or so lower than they should. But I'm telling you, I'm sober J all day. Sober J, no rips, chilling with the folks, saving the savagery for the evening hours. I will say, though, it is very hot. That Florida heat is getting the best of me. It's got the best of me. Let's see the weather right now. 90 fucking degrees outside. It says excessive heat, man. That's what it's been. Excessive heat. It feels like it. Excessive heat, chat. Give me a stock pick. Stocks are not my forte. I don't know. I don't know what stocks you should decide to pick, my friend. I think there is plenty of interesting options for you where maybe you could make some capital. You know, I think there's some options for you, pal. I really do. I don't know. Ruffy BSD confirmed by Marcel. No shit. That's amazing. I should put that in the fucking title, bro. What the fuck am I doing, chat? I should put that in the title. I'll do it right now. Ruffy versus BSD. That's sick. I'll add that to the title right now, bro. That adds some fucking anticipation. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What do I think of JDM versus Makhachev? I got a feeling JDM's really looking to avenge Volk. I can't get that Volk fight out of my head. 90 degrees here, too. Feels like 99. I'm saying, bro, it feels hotter than 90 degrees here. You know who's in the house? Like up the stream. Let's go, Ralphie. Thank you for 199. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the immense generosity, bro. You donate in almost every stream. What's good, gang? We all in good health. Let's get active. Hey, Saucy Andretti, bro. Here's the front double bicep for you. You've been quite active lately, my brother. My take on Ruffy BSD, it should be Ruffy for the dubs. Ruffy should style on him. Ruffy should dance on him. Ruffy should tune him up. Let's see. Ruffy versus BSD. Is there any badass poster for it? No, there's not. But they're saying UFC Paris, September 6th. It's spreading like wildfire through the interwebs. Pay the rent parlay. I hope I got one for you this week. When am I going to do another pay the rent? A pay the rent parlay normally shouldn't be created for a UFC Apex card. Maybe next week, though. But you might just pay the rent with the fucking Savage Dog lock. You're going Souza, Vallejos, Ribovics, Duncan, plus 1264. My only worry is Ribovics. I think he wins, Hollow, but he's in a dog fight. Yo, can one of the mods send me the link to Big Marcel's post so I can just look at it and make sure it's real? But I'm trusting the people that BSD and Ruffy is in the works. We heard about it last night during the stream, so I'm not surprised to hear it here. Bro, the most up-to-date MMA fucking coverage, bro. Live every day. Who does it better, chat? Who does it better than me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to the fucking man himself, Hernanov. Hernanov needs to start his page, bro. Look at that. September 6th, Benoit Saint-Denis will fight Mauricio Ruffy. It's legit. God bless. Shout out to that absolute savage in Hernanov getting, me all set up. I'm about to actually I feel like I got to put it in the thumbnail. I don't know. I feel like it deserves a little more love. It's a big fucking fight. Hold on one sec. Let me get it in the thumbnail. It'll take me 1 second. That's the thing, bro. With my fucking thumbnail abilities now, dog, 30 seconds. I honestly should probably just pop out the chat so I can see it as I do it. Let me pop out chat so I can still answer you guys as I'm doing this shit. Boom, 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 boom. I can see everything. So bet your life on Ruffy. Yeah, I think Ruffy wins. The link worked perfectly, bro. Worked perfectly. It'll work for you too, bro. How does BSD get Ruffy? I'm a little confused. I mean, BSD's a pretty well-known lightweight at this point. Top 15 staple, fought Poirier. And then Ruffy is kind of the guy that they're attempting to market as one to watch. Striker, too. Come on, man. The division, they can't get enough of these strikers. Knockout hitters, bro. Come on. Ruffy with the slick abilities. They hope Ruffy is as good as advertised, because then they could really do something with him. I mean, let's be honest, dude. The lightweight division right now is on fire. A lot of good fighters. Lightweight division is fucking peak right now, I feel like. I mean, it's like always peak, but feels more peak. I mean, could you imagine a world where Ruffy goes on a tear and wins this fight against BSD, beats somebody else, and then gets like a huge fight? Because if he beats BSD, then like he's on the title trek for sure. And I think that's kind of a best case scenario too for the UFC. I mean, you got to love the kickboxing style, the striking from distance, but worry about the gas tank. Kind of the same worry with McGregor, right? Was always the gas. The worry here with Ruffy is the gas, man. Ruffy versus BSD is official, bro. Gotta love that. All right. All right, all right. Bam. All right. Updated thumbnail. We're good. You think Elizio Zaleski, Neil Magny, the easiest bet ever? Which side are you on? Dude, they want Ruffy to just get a violent knockout. That's what they're hoping for. They're hoping he puts away BSD. AJ, I'd love to learn some basic Photoshop skills from you. Really struggle to make cool thumbnails. Heard you a Photoshop king. I could try to teach you some basics, but ultimately I have the edge that I literally did a year in school of learning Photoshop. So I kind of got blessed with a year of learning the basics, and then I just kind of freestyled it. I'm not the best at like sitting there and watching like directions. Like I'll watch like tips videos and whatnot, but I feel like the way that I learned was trial and error. But you definitely got to learn the basics. I mean, You should probably just look at like a YouTube Photoshop 101 course, man. Like if you don't know Photoshop and you're planning on making your own thumbnails, bro, unless maybe you're good with Canva or something like that, I think you're gonna have a hard time. So I would definitely I mean shit, bro, maybe you take a class, bro. Like, and then you learn from there. But if you watch, you can take a class for free though. You don't have to sign up for one. Do Photoshop 101 on YouTube, find it, they'll teach you the basics. It's gonna be boring as fuck. Because you're gonna have to learn how to do shit that's like non-essential too. But you gotta just learn the whole yeah, like the whole control panel and shit. I'm actually streaming 3 times today. If you're a member of the channel, I'm doing a member stream later. So shitloads of content. If he beats BSD, I could see them giving him a huge opportunity against someone high in the rankings like Dan Hooker. I could see that. They could bless him with that. BSD is about to get roofied. Sup, AJ? Love the Ruffy and BSD fight, but Chandler should have faced off with one of them. Bro, getting off light. I wonder who Chandler's even going to get, though. Maybe with the McGregor talks, they want to wait. You like my thumbnail style? It took me years to find my flow. It's not easy, bro. I've done thousands of thumbnails now. Yeah, there's a membership on the channel. It's in the description of every video. I can pop it in the chat if anybody's interested. If you want to join, I'm doing a member stream tonight, and I'll also take a couple questions face-to-face from the members during tonight's show. WAJ for stream 3 times in one day. Thank you, Leah Legend. I'm locked in, Jay, you know? W fighting nerds, agreed. Fighting nerds are savages. Hey, you know, I finally started figuring out Undisputed, bro. My record online right now, 4 wins, 8 losses. But I look at the positives. I'm starting to get good. I mean, the most recent fight I had, I was playing before the stream a little bit. I lost to a guy who was 18-11, but he hit me with that one punch KO in round number fucking 6. Hey, you ain't ever joined the member stream. You're English. You're in bed. I get it, Antec. I'm sorry that it's not on the time scale for you. Chandler's scars from Primblet are brutal. It's been months already. Listen, bro, this game is when you get scarred up in, and Pimblet beat his ass. UFC 5, you're 5-32. Holy shit. That's a great record, bro. That's a journeyman as fuck record, bro. Guys, if you beat people, they get pissed off. My stamina and Undisputed, I notice if I throw a lot of shots, like it definitely starts to dwindle down by round number 5. I would say like heavier weight classes, especially like light heavyweight and up, you gas fast. No sweat, brother. The lunchtime lives come on. Just I'm leaving work, swings and roundabouts. So it works out to do the lunchtime show. Yeah, my stamina was super low useless. I got caught. It was an overhand. He was fucking Beevil. I was Joe Calzaghe, and the power difference is just crazy. Yeah, what's your UFC 5 rank record? Log in and tell us, Casey. I want to know. How did Patty fuck Chandler up way worse than Oliveira? I think it's just because Oliveira didn't have that same dog. I don't know. I think he's past his prime. I think Pimblet is like on fire right now, surging up the ranks. Charlie O, he was that guy. Betting Hamzat sub in round 1, DDP makes so many mistakes. He'll shoot on Hamzat and get choked out early. Can you imagine? Damn. So you think DDP too flawed with his clunky style to survive the Hamzat onslaught? I respect that. Listen, you guys know the early prediction is Hamzat. I'm not straying against my early call. It's hard to pick against Hamzat. We'll find out everything, especially with this, new strength conditioning protocol that he's working. This might be a game changer. You know what's crazy? I used some of KZ's combos from UFC 5 and Undisputed, and it works. Shit. KZ is the fucking UFC 5 savage, bro. I want to know his record. DDP might win by plot armor, just survives the first 2 rounds, getting 1080 and then wins. Maybe it's because Chandler took Charles a lot more seriously than he did Patty. You think so? Like the Patty fight, he was thinking it'd be a walk in the park. I don't know. Patty did have a great performance. He looked on fire that fight. I hope the lightweight division gets moving very soon. Armin in particular. It's been so long. I just want to see him fight. I think him versus Dan Hooker because Dan Hooker's calling for it. You're picking DDP because of the championship experience. Respect. He could survive the onslaught, but Hamzat's a fucking force of nature. You had Marc Andre last weekend, had to put bank on the fellow Canadian. It was hype when Chara's nose broke. He gave you a dog fight, and you were hoping you were gonna cash, but nah, he's not that level, bro. I mean, Marc Andre Barrios okay, but he's not that good. He's a tough Canadian journeyman. That's the truth of it. Tough Canadian journeyman. Marc Andre Barrios. The fuck? There we go. What's up, Spotlight Kid? Not much, bro. Stretching out. Just trying to get comfortable up in here, bro. Just trying to do a comfortable stream. Resume of Hamzat's more impressive to me already. DDP will be a little cherry on top. Hamzat's resume more impressive than DDP? No, I don't think so. I mean, his dominance is impressive, but nah. DDP fucked up Whitaker bad first. Did Jersey Girl give you that shirt? She did, yeah. How'd you know? Because it's a Jersey shirt? Damn, bro, the tag's sticking out of this fucking thing. There we go. You think DDP's about a whoop cum shot? Damn, son. All right, Mr. Based. All right, Mr. Based. Bro, this Florida heat is getting to me, bro. I'm hot right now. It's hot in here. It's like, fuck, bro. The house ACs just don't pump with this fucking 90 plus every single day. Florida heat is the worst end of July into fucking August, bro. Then it starts to chill out heading into September. Neil Zaleski, Houdini beats. I think that Zaleski's live to win. I feel like he's the more dangerous striker. I don't think Neil's just going to wrestle fuck him or, cage smother him for 3 rounds. DDP by sub. That's ballsy, bro. JJ Aldridge pulled out against Corinne Silva. I saw Silva scheduled to fight Deani Barboza. That's better. UFC isn't re-signing Boudet. Is that true, Collins Corner? Damn, PFL is going to pick him up. I mean, the excitement of Boudet fights is relatively low. Antec, thank you for the $5. Thank you for getting the dono train started. He says, train emoji. Let's get it started. I'm with my guy. Let's get it started, Antec. Thank you for the 5, bro. Thank you for supporting the channel financially, bro. I appreciate everybody dropping me love, man. This is actually the last day of the pay period for the month of July, so I appreciate you for all donos. DDP has the belt, and I'm still not impressed. I might be a casual. I don't think you're a casual, Hollow Heretic. No, I don't think you're a casual. I think it's just you find his clunky style uninspiring, and you think there's guys out there who are better than that. Who do you see giving Tom Aspinall his biggest challenges outside of Jones? I feel like he beats everybody, but I don't know. There's some piece of me that's interested in the Jailton Almeida side because of the high-level grappling skills. You think the UFC has to promote the shit out of the fight at the press conference? The Hamzat DDP fight? What are we talking about? Which fight? AJ, what's your take on Silva versus Lopez? Am I going for Silva to win? Because Silva is a clinical striker while Lopez does not move his neck when striking. I am leaning towards Silva because of the precision and the power in the hands. Can they even afford to not re-sign another heavyweight? I get Boudet and all that, but they need more bodies, and he could be top 15. I don't know, man. The heavyweight division is thin. They need to be signing fighters from around the world. UFC 5 rank record 161 and 125. It's actually a great record. I would just say, like, it's essentially like being 16 and 12, but better than that. You have no patience for the grappling. So it's like striker only 161 and 25 is a very good record. You get grapple fucked every so often, KZ. I think Tom beats Gelatin for sure, but you said a threat. I don't know, maybe Waldo Cortez Acosta. Can you imagine where's Waldo's the guy that upsets him? I saw a crazy stat today that Aspinall spent 1 second on his back when he was injured in the Blaze fight, and Hamzat has spent 6 seconds on bottom over 5 fights each. It's just nobody's getting either one of them down. That's the truth. Almeida took Lewis to a decision. True. D-Lou's a fucking monster, though. He can't get submitted. Unless you're Sergey Spivak and you use arm triangle. You almost always lose to grappling. Fuck it, KZ. Pure striker, bro. That's what this game's built on. Alex Pereira needs to get out the belt at heavyweight before he retires. What do you mean get out the belt? Like get in the title picture at heavyweight or like get out of the way? I don't understand. Are we getting the predictions and betting breakdown stream? Yes. Late Night Live is tonight. We'll be talking betting. We'll be talking predictions and we'll be talking to the chat about each fight. Occasionally you'll run into another nasty striker and it'll take you out, but for the most part, you're handling business. Aspinall will whoop John Jones. Listen, him fighting John Jones at least is the question mark. Like, all right, Jones has potential to give him a run. Aspinall and Jones is a way better fight, but I don't know, man. Who knows with John Jones? He's got kicked in your finger and you're pretty sure it's broken. I'm sorry that your finger broke, dude. Volter Walker is our only hope against Tom. Yeah, Volter Walker hits him with a heel hook. Can you imagine? Yeah, no, I agree, bro. Tom would fucking destroy Derek Lewis. You're so hyped for Gushkov. He looked even better than I thought. Love hands low, head movement style like Yuri. I think Gushkov's really good. I don't know how he fares against like a Yuri level or a Khalil Roundtree, but I could see Gushkov, Jamal Hill, and I can see Gushkov dropping hammers on him. You think Pereira needs to win the heavyweight belt before he retires? I think that's too tall of a task, bro. I would not predict that he does. I would say he does not ever become heavyweight champ. Maybe an interim heavyweight belt, but not the actual heavyweight belt. You only grapple from clinch in the UFC is a hip toss I like that lands you in side control. But you instantly get back up afterwards the second it lands. You don't want to just garner the control time. You still got through the round, even got a standing gilly, but it's swollen bad. Shit, bro. I would say fucking ice the shit out of it, tie it up to the other finger, and call it a day. That's really all I could tell you, man. That's really all you can do, you know? I don't know what else. There's no magic recipe. Khalil couldn't finish flat-footed Jamal Hill with no footwork for 5 rounds. I think Yuri might starch him in 3 like he did Hill. Dude, can you imagine, though? Yuri starches Khalil. That's badass. It's a good fight. Any of your picks change? No, not yet. Maybe not, period, but Not yet, at least. Derek Lewis' last fight was so fun and funny. Love how he faked the eye injury and swung for the stars and the huge Brazilian. And he fucking landed. Perfect Derek Lewis game plan. Derek Lewis is like an underrated genius of fighting, you know? He's got an unappreciated, or at least underappreciated. I won't say un. He's got an underappreciated fight IQ. Good at doing weird shit. This card is so stacked. I'm hyping Marab, Yuri, Ankh to the bank. Oh, shit. 320 is going to be a banger. 320 is going to be a certified cult classic. I'm excited for 320. I'm excited for 320. I'm actually excited for it to not be so fucking hot, bro. Picking Hamzat at DDP. As of right now, I'm on Hamzat KZ. You seen a video? Alex weighed in at 248. I mean, with clothes on, but he walks around heavy. He's fighting Ankalaev, so the weight's eventually going to come off. The guy's got a freakish ability to cut weight. I mean, at some point, you know, there was a way he was making 185, which doesn't really make sense for me. If Marab beats Corey and Yan again, I think he'd be pretty close to being the GOAT. Yeah. I think Marab is on track to be the bantamweight GOAT. You really don't think Hamzat can ragdoll DDP? I know what you're saying. I'm with it. I don't know. Hamzat's just such a monster, but DDP's good as fuck. I know you think Khalil, but think about how we picked Hill originally in that fight. We got to go Yuri with shown improvement. I get what you're saying, Hala Heretic. Let me say this, man. I think that as people have been talking about Yuri and Roundtree in the chat, I've been thinking about the fight more. And I'm like, damn, I could see Roundtree getting clocked with big shots. Can Park, Fletcher, and Magny pull it off? Could they? Maybe. Do I think they will? No. But never say never in this crazy-ass fight game, you know? So much crazy shit happens every week. If it did happen, I would just hope that somebody parlayed it up. You were down bad the Lewis card and put all the rest of your bankroll on Lewis round 1 plus 750. And look at that, bro. It came through beautifully. Styles do make fights, bro. I agree. Marab the Goblin Divalishvili is the most active UFC champ, hands down. He's the fucking man. Also one of the most underappreciated. Guys, we're at 23 likes up in here. Let's get 30 likes, man. We're closing in on the 30-minute mark. I like 30 likes at 30 minutes. I think that's nice for the lunchtime show. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's a beautiful thing. Yuri versus Roundtree is so sick. It is so sick. You guys think I should turn the fan on? I'm getting hot as fuck, bro. There we go. That feels a little better. Little fan. Oh, little fan. Slight difference, but it's all the difference you need. I'm thinking Barrio too, Akash, with the Amavov Barrio fight. I think Barrio can end up landing takedowns. I think he can mix it up well on the feet. I think it's close. You're driving an AC for the PFL with your pops. Hey, shout out to you and your father, bro. Yeah, my brother's going to be getting me PFL predictions. He said tonight he'll be getting them to me. So I hope that he does. I really hope that he does. Really, really hope so. You know? He said he's getting them to me. You got boxing class in a couple hours, bro? Well, I'm glad you're here now, King's World. Do you smoke before you ever go to those classes, or are you sober Sally throughout the day? Dude, the heat is getting me almost Mexican. I feel fucking ground and pounded with this heat. What's up, legend? Do not let them change your mind about Roundtree. He'll win against Yuri. We'll see. Week before, I'll make the official pick. Age, I know that fan does wonders. Glad you turned on. I needed to, bro. I was getting hot. It woke me up a little bit when I turned it on. It's nice. You quit 95% of your weed intake since 3 days ago, taking one hit only and after my classes. Respect on that, King's World. I think that's a good strategy. Probably get Ankh versus Yuri if he wins. Just send Poetan up to heavyweight after, I guess. I'm with it. I don't think anybody's bitching about that. You don't hesitate as much if you smoke. Maybe just me, but I try not to make it a habit. Just like in general life, or like you're talking about specifically in like sparrings. Smoking after train is amazing. Hits twice as strong. Fuck yeah. The big R on my shirt? No, it stands for Rutgers, actually. Smoking, you hit harder, bro? Yeah, ask the Diaz brothers. That's how they got so much power. Right, chat? The weed got the Diaz brothers, those fucking Ngannou fists. Oh, shit, I'm late, but what's good, boys? Ruffy versus BSD is a sick fight. Fuck yeah, it is, Trev Bot. What's up, homie? I think Ruffy's going to handle him. I think so. I called D-Rod would win against Holland. That was a great fight. Odds were way too wide. D-Rod was minus 455. I think you meant plus, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. D-Rod's a gangster, bro. And he fought like one. And he got the win like one. And I got nothing but respect for that type of win. Yeah, Ruffy all day, bro. I'm not saying it's a setup fight, but he's supposed to win. I knew you meant plus 455, bro. I know y'all didn't think Ruffy was going to lose in a fist fight to a French dude. It's like societally and culturally okay to like shit on the toughness of French people, right? Could you imagine if somebody said, "Yeah, nobody thought I was going to lose in a fist fight to you know, a Nigerian dude." People are like, "You racist fuck." Or if you said, "I didn't think I was losing a fist fight to an Afghanistani dude." "Oh, you Islamophobe." "You think I was losing a fist fight to a Jewish dude?" "You fucking xenophobe." Whatever it's called. Yeah, or Indian. Yeah. Indian and French. It's just for some reason, like culturally, you're really allowed to shit on them. And white folks, I guess, kind of. Very weird. Strange delusions. What up, Simone Feck? Battle versus Rizzy Boyev. Hard pick, man. If Battle can get him down, he can win a decision. Do I got to take on Macron's wife? No, I don't. Furo being French definitely made me more confident in Shevchenko. That fight, respectfully, it's funny. French surrender is like a known stereotype. It's funny as shit. Zahuber not that good. UFC UFC Noche when he went to war with Esteban, but he's always been overrated. Pretty boy, and he was minus 700. His kicks are good, but yeah, he's been a hell of a letdown. Are you saying that Rebovix is going to lose to Brenner because of it? Brian Battle isn't that good in my eyes. I think Rizzy Boyev is a big step up in competition. He's a lot taller. I think it is. The problem with Rizzy Boyev is that takedown defense risk, though. You're a French Canadian and you agree that shitting on French fighters is valid. That's great. Cyril Gane is French. Aspinall lock. Agreed. But not just because he's French, just because we know his style. We know what he brings to the table, you know? Is this true? The first true grappler Ruffy has faced? Can you imagine Ruffy gets grapple fucked? I can't. I think he might be live to submit BSD. I really think Ruffy's going to look good in this fight. I don't think BSD is going to handle him. Too slick on the feet. Too smooth. Too good from distance. Too rangy. Too much power. Too much precision. Too much of a threat. Mauricio Ruffy for the dub. Ninja choke Ruffy round 2. I 100% could see it. You know what I'm having after the stream, guys? A nice sweet potato waffle, bro. I already made the batter. Now I just got to fucking put it in and bang, bang, bang. You don't want to live in a world where Mauricio Ruffy doesn't have killer jiu-jitsu. I feel like he's got to have decent jiu-jitsu. BSD didn't look great in his last fight. He's been in some wars, a lot of damage. Ruffy might separate him from consciousness. I think Ruffy will. It's a setup for Ruffy to win, I think. Yeah, no, I don't think he's got the massive hole in grappling. Nah, maybe the gas tank. That's the big worry. The worry is the gas tank. I'm excited for this UFC Paris card, though. You thought Ige would have beat Patricio? Pitbull showed him levels, bro. Pitbull looked good. Pitbull showed that he can still mix it up with the top 15. Tough debut, but good performance afterwards. I think Ige jinxed himself by ignoring my 50K interview offer. Ruffy's kicks are amazing. Yeah, I do another breakdown after the wins. I wouldn't call it a pick video. I feel like it's not just picks. It's a reaction to the weigh-ins, talk about how the fighters look on the scales, crack some fucking jokes, break down the fight, give final predictions and the updated betting odds and whatnot. It's a little deeper than just picks, you know? Pitbull did look calm out there against Ige. Ige was way too respectful for Pitbull. Yeah, him being a fan of him for a decade definitely fucked him over. If BSD somehow outdogs Ruffy, that'd be fucked. No, I don't see it. That would be fucked. Age, is it fair to say Rivavix is a higher ceiling than Zahuber? Especially after they fought. But yeah, definitely. Rivavix has better punching, man. Zahuber's boxing is kind of trash. He's pretty mediocre, man. He throws a lot of kicks. He's way too kick focused. I don't like how kick focused he is, man. I don't get it. Like, he just throws kicks, bro. Like, what the fuck? Where's the boxing? I know. Costa finally whooped some ass. He looked great. As of now, you're leaning BSD over Ruffy? Damn, you think we're about to get a fraud check? Shit. Eric Nixick went 0-3 that night. Yeah, Extreme Couture is taking some L's lately. Yeah, Zahuber, big letdown. Fuck, and not even kickboxing Hall of Fame. He needs to do Taekwondo. Chandler should have faced BSD or Ruffy. He's getting off light. I think Chandler, they're still holding out hope for a McGregor fight. Zahuber's still young. He'll get better. I just don't know how much better. Bro, do you realize how much you get laid? You wouldn't believe me if I told you? Okay. How much? Hey, I love 4 straight Saturdays of fights. I'm glad we got fuckloads of fights. Not often we see countries sweep cards when they have multiple fighters from the same region fighting on the card. Rarely ever. Tyra's Japanese, and so is Nakamura. I think Tyra wins, but I think Nakamura does too. But I'm not a big Nakamura believer. Big fan of Vinicius Oliveira. Is so explosive, flying knees, great striking. He also is just a weight bully a little bit too. But yeah, he's a monster. You feeling BSD can ride him out and kill Ruffy's explosiveness? I don't think BSD has the fight IQ for it. BSD's strike defense is pretty terrible, dude. Also, 2 Argentinian big favorites on the card. No way all 4 being big favorites. I get it, Braden. You're not thinking the country sweeps. All right. Yeah, Nakamura is just wrestling. If Fletcher subs him, I'd be happy for Fletcher. I'd be happy for him. I'd be hyped for him. I'd like to see it for him, actually. I'm rooting for Fletcher. I don't give a shit about that pick. I would much rather lose that pick and see Fletcher triangle choke him or some shit. But I feel like Nakamura's going to win. Probably just land some takedowns. But yeah, I don't know, man. Nakamura just doesn't impress me much. He's been a hell of a letdown, I'd say. Hell of a letdown. When BJ doesn't care about his lunchtime crowd, what do you mean? I'm doing lunchtime live right now. I'm doing lunchtime live right now. It's one thing if I didn't show up. I'm glad Lochran got cut because that Fletcher Lochran fight was ass, and I also thought it was a robbery too. What's up, Zajivon? I could run on UFC 5 stream after this stream. Oh shit. KZ, set it up and I'll send the people the link, bro. You think Nakamura's losing a decision or a knockout? Fuck, good luck on the underdog. Afternoon instead of lunchtime? It's still lunchtime. I went to the gas station nice and early, man. Not that early, like right at 12. The weigh-in breakdown vid slap with breakfast Saturday mornings. Hey, let's go, the legend. I appreciate you. Throwing a little money on Fletcher Souza. Oh, shit. Is it safe to say Tyra's in the top 5 for worst head movement in the UFC? I don't know about UFC, but maybe some of the worst in the flyweight top 15. Junso Park's really good. I mean, if Park wins, it won't blow my mind, but I'll be impressed. Buddy is a wrestler and stood in box for 15 minutes in his last fight. At least Fletcher's smart enough to game plan. Fair. But he couldn't land takedowns, man. You know what's crazy? KZ does. He goes straight berserk. It's insane how he can read his opponent so fast. He's a fucking animal. You're hyped to break down this card later, AJ? Savage mode shit. Let's go, too lit. I'm looking forward to the stream later tonight. Chop it up with you savages. I watched the weigh-in show with my brother plus roommates on the big screen in the living room before every card. Fuck yeah, almost Mexican. I love that shit. I'm glad, man. I'm big screen Jay for some of you. You're making money tomorrow from this card, no debate. Let's go, too lit. Hey, you had a quick crash out. You just missed lunchtime, Jay. I got you, Brenda. I appreciate you either way. Park can definitely win. Don't count him out, boys. And take my advice. Skip the money line on the Tyra for that fight. What would you go for? The over? We talking parlays or what? How you doing, Gooner Jay? Listen, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's just hot, bro. Very hot. Florida summer. Yeah. The Florida summer, man. It's something else, bro. Especially this time. Fuck. Florida summer's kicking my ass. Third straight card with 5+ underdogs. It won't even surprise me. I'll just say, holy shit. You think Park gets humble pie? I'm going to pick Tyra. I'm going to say he gives Park his first loss. Florida state of emergency, bro. It's like record heat. You're in Oldsmar, you feel me? Bro, it's hot as fuck out, right? Torturous heat. Guys, we're at 35 likes. Let's get 40 likes up in here. We're almost at the 45-minute mark of the stream, too. So let's get 40 likes. Let's get the like button moving. Neither one of those guys ever been finished in the main event. It's interesting because Park's first 5-round main event, UFC, too. You hyped for Bunez? You think he takes the O from Rafael? Shit. Bro, I've been to Miami in May. Like, it was too fucking hot. I don't know how y'all do it. That Florida heat, bro. It's only bad like late July, August, then it chills out. Yes, Park is on short notice, but he was supposed to fight next weekend. Big W to Pookie Hollow J, Gyat Extendo King Useless J, Twin Braden J, and Gooner KZJ. It's funny as fuck. Holy shit. 1:15 in Arizona right now. I'm about to walk to the gym, bro. You're gonna show up soaked. Holy shit. You're born in the heat, raised in Florida. Listen, bro, you're an animal. You're a real Florida man. You hyped for Bunez? You think he takes the O from Ruffy? Maybe a late submission because Estevan's gas tank is shit. Boudet cut. Boudet didn't get re-signed. Ain't that something? Fucking 15-2 heavyweight. Can't stay on the roster. Holloway back take of Dustin was so clean and effortless. Love to see more of the Max grappling. Max is a primary striker, but it's not that he can't grapple. That's for sure. It's doing good, Brendel. It's doing good. Finished contract, no re-signed on a win. I guess they just don't see him as a player to the title. So they're like, eh. But how many other heavyweights do they have that are just not players to the title? Weird spot. They were hoping Buchecha would come in and make waves, but Boudet showed him levels. Boudet's Roy Nelson 2.0? No. Roy Nelson had knockout power. Roy Nelson was fun to watch. Last time you were in Florida, you genuinely almost died of heat stroke, passed out, throwing up in a crowd at a music festival. That sounds fucking terrible, Trevor. Holy shit. How disrespectful to cut someone 6-1 in the UFC with a joke. They're saying he doesn't move the needle enough for them. Do you think Holloway spared Poirier in the first round? Do you think Poirier actually survived? I think Poirier really survived. I think he did. I think it was a genuine survival. Think about Roy Nelson. He got mounted. Dudes humped them for 5 rounds, literally, and he's known as a legend. Roy Nelson was built different, bro. Boudet title run starts now. PFL title run right now. Unless they massively increase pay, the heavyweight division will stay like this. Big guys like that will almost always go towards NFL or NBA simply because of the money-making differential. It's fair. There's a serious gap. Health, most important thing. Have one that might pass today. What do you mean, Pechia? Max will only be getting bigger as he continues to build into his lightweight frame. Maybe he'll have even more KO power. I think the true heavyweight Max Holloway is going to be a different animal. Heavyweight. True lightweight Max Holloway is going to be a different animal. Cut Biggie Boy. They don't want a good heavyweight division. I don't know what they're going to do. They signed Ante Delija, so that's something new. UFC does hate Boudet for not winning. If he would have lost, they would have re-signed him. You cut your grass with a weed eater? You mean like a weed whacker? Holloway third prime incoming. I think this is the best one yet. No, NFL definitely not easy, bro. Doing a Ripskis for Martin Boudet. We'll give him a Ripskis later tonight. A Ripskis for Martin Boudet's UFC dreams, unfortunately, ending. But 6-1 in the UFC is pretty impressive. Just UFC has parted ways with Martin Boudet, following Boudet's UFC Abu Dhabi win for Marcus Buchecha. Boudet fought out of his deal in UFC, elected not to re-sign the ranked heavyweight. Dana White, we need more heavyweights. Okay, let's not renew the contract of Boudet, who's 7-1 with the company. We have heavyweights on the roster of 1-6, 1-4, and 8-8. Yep. Yep. Shit. Martin Boudet is out. Holy shit, this fairground ride in Saudi Arabia fucking crashed. That's crazy. Yo, fuck those fairground rides. No, they didn't renew Boudet. They told him peace out. Shit, son. Boudet doesn't have a finish in his 7 UFC fights. That is pathetic. It's not fun to watch. It's mostly smother fuck decisions. Like, I see their mindset is, yeah, he's getting wins, but like he's not going to beat the top guys and he's not looking impressive. Bunch of bad things happening in the world right now, AJ. Also, a bunch of good things happening in the world right now. It's a glass half full or half empty, and your perspective is a choice. Fuck it, you're going to take a work Ripski right now? Real quick, my fucks have gone out the window since I put my resignation in. At least you got another job set. Prime Jones versus Yuri. I would pick Prime Jones. Nah, I don't think they cut Ibo Aslan. You got Palayev single bet this weekend. Good luck, Santino. I mean, yeah, he would have been a good gatekeeper. Shout out to Trump using all our tax money on golf is funny. Shout out, we're at 40 likes. I want to break into the halfway to 100 territory. So let's get 50 up in here. 51 minutes of streaming with 40 likes. Let's bump it to 50 likes. Hit the button. AJ, you see that they were going to trade Marab for Dakota from PFL after Marab beat Triple C? No shit. I didn't know about that, useless. Thank God that didn't happen. What was a cut from the UFC that you were glad happened, if any? Not that I was glad, but I was happy no more Holly Holm Apex main events. Hey, what's up, Michael Donald? What's up, bro? What's crack-a-lacking? It's a beautiful evening show. I guess not an evening show. It's a beautiful afternoon show. I'm doing the evening show later. No, I know what you meant, almost Mexican. You don't have to correct yourself. I fully understand. You guys like Klein, low confidence over Palayev? I like Palayev southpaw striking style. But I get it. I got so much money on Nathan Fletcher. It's not even funny. I got around 400 on that dog. Good luck, bro. I hope you get rich, man. Dana must have money on Buchecha. I think they were hoping Buchecha would get a sub so they can build somebody up at heavyweight. But right now, heavyweight is just not it. Lerone Murphy has missed the decision too, Hollow Reddick. You're right. Savage dog locking a female is D-Gen territory. Yeah, but it's a Brazilian lady. So I think that it's a little less D-Gen. What do you think, chat? A little less D-Gen since she's Brazilian, or is it just my imagination? Think Fletcher should win? I think Fletcher could win. I don't know about should win. He could win. He might win. I don't know if he should win. He might win. No less D-Gen? Fuck it. You're fading Bashi. Can't bet on him again and wasn't impressed with his performance. I think that he should handle this guy on the ground, though. John Giannis is a good brawler, but I think Bashi's getting him to the mat. I think Bashi going to show him levels on the floor. Better watch your prediction video. I need intel. Let's go, Parlay Princes. No such thing as a female lock, a heavyweight lock, or a sober Conor McGregor. It's funny. A little less DJ because she's a lot more masculine than Pierre Rodriguez. Look at that. Let's go, Pierre. Hamzat and Pico train at the Garage Legends Gym. I mean, bro, that fucking cardiovascular work they're doing is potentially changing his career. When do they add the Bashi fight? Monday night. Nothing wrong with the female lock, especially when you feel there's a disparity in the level. That's what I'm thinking, Hollow Heretic. A lot of people got rid of their O's. I think Murphy next. Think Pico chins them, or you think they go to 5 rounds of warfare? They added the fight after their predictions. You got to do an updated picks video then, or at least do for one. Illness is gone now, E-Drop. Yeah, I feel a lot better. Just watching a video, every Pico KO, but it gets more and more brutal, and Manny has power. Pico can rip bombs, bro. Pico's got the God-given gift of power, man. He's willing to sit in the pocket and slug, though, which is pretty crazy. He's a savage. I like his style. I really do. I really, really do. I really, really do. I think Pico had a bad debut, especially against Lerone, picking him apart at distance, not giving openings. Think about Lerone, though. I don't know, man. I feel like he's not that good. I feel like it's a winnable fight for Pico. Pico has an excellent hook to the body. If Ige dropped Lerone, Pico lands, it might be over for sure. Pico's scary, bro. Pico might be. I might be picking a fucking Bellator vet. Hamzat afraid of Costa, needs his boyfriends with him. Hamzat and Costa eventually have to run it. Yeah, it's hard to be like a hardcore Lerone Murphy fan. He's a round winner. He's not a violent finisher, you know? Hey, you could take Pico easy to see red, bro. I believe it, Trevbot. I'm not questioning nothing. Pico trained for Evloev, so he trained for a higher opponent. That's number one. Fair. Never picking a debut in Bellator vet again. He lost 4 times in Bellator. No way he comes in and beats Murphy. AJ himself could take Costa. Yeah, right. See a video of Costa confronting Hamzat at the gym. Hamzat was backing up behind his boyfriends. He didn't want to go street business, I guess. I mean, Costa's a big dude. Costa can fight, bro. Street fight, especially. I don't know how in a street fight, that's different, bro. You know? I don't know in a street fight. In a street fight, Costa got those crazy ass punches, bro. Good takedown defense, no gloves on. Shit. I don't know. That's the thing, bro. Street fighting, like obviously MMA is as real as it gets, but street fighting is a little different. That would just be some wild shit. AJ, I seen you shadow box. He doesn't make it out of round 2 with you. Is funny. That's funny as fuck. Should I dab some first class funk or African magic rosin? Go with the African magic. That would be my choice. African magic. Neil's going to be a lock. He was mismatched so many years. He got his chance for a W now. But Zaleski, he can rip shots heavy. AJ shadowboxing is fire. That's great. At least you're humble enough to say you can't beat Costa. Finch would say he destroys Costa. That's funny. You see Park call second round KO. I didn't see that, but if it happens, Park is an immediate player in the title picture. Pico wanted to be an Olympic wrestler originally before doing anything. That was his dream to begin with. Him versus Evloev would be a grapple fest. Murphy knows how to point fight and win in MMA. But Pico can bang on the feet, man. And he can grapple. Great choice. That one's amazing. Cheers. Enjoy yourself, Void. I hope you have a great fucking time. Finch has the fighter's mentality, though. I respect it, is seeing a path to victory against anyone. I don't think Finch would see a path to victory against Costa, all jokes aside. Come on. It's Paulo fucking Costa. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Guys, we hit 50,682 subscribers so far this week. Let's go for 50,684 to close out the stream. Two new. Yeah, you got to ask them next Q&A that you see them. You know, Finch is a flabbergasted look on his face here and that. You don't think I can lock in the choke is funny. Holy shit. Swift kick to Costa's Coconuts. What time for late night live? I'd like to start at 8:30 Eastern time. Canelo or Crawford? I'm picking Crawford. You want to see Salsa Boy versus Cyril Gane? I'd buy a ticket for that in person. I mean, Gane's fighting for the belt. Salsa Boy's fighting Pavlovich. We'll see. You like Finch, but his self-glaze is insane sometimes. He said some of the most delusional shit you heard, saying he could beat some of the UFC fighters. I don't think he ever said that. I don't think he ever really said that. Did he? Can you quote me a time he actually said he beat a like proper UFC fighter? And not a women's fighter, all right? Who is Salsa Boy? Waldo Cortez Acosta, the Salsa Boy. The Salsa Boy. He loves the motherfucking salsa. It's the Eddie Hall debate that people disagree with. That was fucking fun, man. Holy shit. The Eddie Hall debate was one of my favorites. Day one of bringing up random fighters I liked growing up. We're now forgotten. Brandon the Truth Vera. Remember when he got his nose absolutely destroyed by Thiago Silva? Brandon Vera was the one championship heavyweight champ, though. Like, he ended up having a career outside of the UFC. Brandon the Truth Vera. Listen, bro. 16-10 as a pro, 8-7 and 1 no contest in the UFC. He got it to the UFC, bro, as an interesting prospect. I mean, if you look at it, UFC debut, win, second fight, win. He beat Frank Mir back in fucking 2006. Isn't that insane? Brandon Vera was on the fucking come up, man. Fought Tim Sylvia, lost the decision. Then he got finished by Fabricio Verdum. Then he ends up getting a win at light heavyweight against a guy named Reese Andy, who I actually don't know. Then he lost to Keith Jardine on a split decision, but he still was putting shit together. Beat Mike Pott, lost to beat Christoph Sozinski. Remember Christoph Sozinski back in the day? Christoph was a savage. Christoph was a fun guy on the roster too. And then he lost to Randy Couture, and then they gave him John Jones, and Jones just pulverized them. John Jones really made his name off of Brandon Vera in that one. Fuck, I remember that. It was UFC on Versus 1. That's a throwback and a half, dude. Holy shit. Wow. That was when they have 4-fight main cards. Ain't that something? It's kind of crazy. Darren Elkins still fighting. At that time, he had 1. He was 11-1 on the card. Then the Thiago Silva fight was overturned to a no contest. Beat Elliot Marshall. Shogun ends up beating him in a war. It was a good fight with Shogun. Ends up getting beat by Ben Rothwell. And then he went to 1 championship, and he fucking went on a tear, man. He won 4 straight fights, had the belt, lost once to Allah Ansung, then lost to Aryan Bular, who was kind of, I don't know, a bit of a letdown, right? And then Amiri Al-Akbari TKO'd him. And that's it. Brandon the Truth Vera, dude. You know? You guys are funny as fuck. The Finch takes. I remember there's been a few times on Moneyline, no name off the top of my head, but saying 2 Finches beat Jones is crazy. Him saying he beats Eddie Hall and him saying 5 Finches beat a gorilla. There's been some great moments, bro. But can you imagine if Finch didn't say those things? It would make the show so much less fun. I love that he says that stuff. I love that shit. I think that's what makes the show so good. You know? Mike Quick Swick, that's a throwback. Remember Paulo Tiago? Paulo Chiago. Patty's live against Taporia. The glaze is insane, thinking Taporia is invincible. Against someone closer to his age, just less accolades than who he's beat. And he's bigger. Patty's going to be a lot taller. Be an interesting fight. Nah, it's entertaining, but I swear there's been a couple times he's been dunking on low-level UFC guys saying he could beat him. Listen, man, maybe he's trying to talk himself into a UFC debut. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Him saying all that shit, he gets a debut in the UFC? That'd be pretty cool. It'd be something out of a fucking comedy movie. I'd be hype on it. Finch versus Denise Gomes. Let's fucking do it. You would love to spar the Finch? Well, listen, you can. You can go buy a training session from him and go to UFC Huntington Beach. UFC gym, Huntington Beach. You can go work out with him. People that watch Moneyline have gone. He's hosted a handful of fans of the show that have gone. So if you like the show enough, you're in fucking the Huntington Beach area, sign up for a training session with the Finch. Not a bad strat. Teddy Atlas still posting on his YouTube channel. Teddy Atlas, he's got an interesting YouTube channel. I feel like he gets some decent views on some, but none on others. Because he doesn't really go like algorithm based posting, I don't think. So he hosts, okay, what he does, he hosts his podcast and then he posts clips. I think that's what it is. Yeah, he's got his Fight with Teddy Atlas podcast. That's what I'm seeing here. He does the podcast with his son now. Interesting. I saw Martin Boudet. He didn't get cut. He just didn't get re-signed. About the same. You'd smoke Finch in UFC 5, though. KZ is Mr. UFC 5, bro. You challenge Finch to Turkish oil wrestling is crazy. You never done training your life, but you'll teach him a thing or two. You're a savage. The rapid fire confident picks. Rapid fire. Ba-num, 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 ba-num. Ba-num, bum, bum, ba-num. What's the slap lock of the week? Find out later tonight. Chat, let's get 60 likes up in here. We're almost at the hour, 10-minute mark of the stream. I'd like to see 60 likes hit now. So make sure you guys push the button. Push the fucking like button. Show some love to the boy. Hit the likes. Yes, it's true. Yes, we got a call. The UFC is not re-signing us for a moment. Well, it is what it is. At least I'm leaving with my head up. Thank you. Damn. Boudet's going to PFL. Boudet's going to PFL, chat. Oh, Sergey. Thank you for gifting a membership, bro. Who did it go to? It went to Pal Joe. So shout out Pal Joe for getting gifted a membership. You're in luck because tonight's the member stream. Thank you, Sergey. I really appreciate that. And Noah Chavez, thank you for $4.99, you generous savage. He says, what's good? You know what's good? A beautiful stream, the donut train running, chopping it up with the folks. It's a nice afternoon, dude. I remember what y'all said, what Finch should show, what should Finch's show be? And I said, 5 most confident. History was made. History was made, Hala Heretic. You're part of history, bro. I'm glad he's doing his 5 most confident picks. It's a great show concept, dude. BSD versus Ruffy is booked. Yes. BSD versus Ruffy is booked, bro. Boudet and Gane PFL. At this point, he's the most lucrative heavyweight outside of the UFC that's unsigned. So maybe. The only thing you ever won in your life? Well, I'm glad you got a win today, bro. I'm happy for you. Finch could take Ruffy. I think he double legs him and chokes him out. Finch by submish is the official prediction for that one. Finch by submish. Bum, bum, bum. Chat, we're at 60 likes. For the end of this stream, I'd like to hit at least 75. So keep running the likes up. I have to say BSD versus Ruffy won't go the distance, right? Easy bet. I think Ruffy probably knocks him out. BSD's strike defense isn't great. Ngannou versus Aspinall is bigger than the Jones fight. But Ngannou's with PFL, so it won't happen anyways, you know? It'd be cool. Where's the PFL? I'm waiting on my brother, bro. He said he'll send him to me. Let him do his thing. I call him Turtle Speed Alex sometimes. WAJW chat. I'm hitting the store up. I'll be coming through for the late night. Hey, let's go to. Let's see you for the late night, buddy. I'm confused why the UFC wouldn't re-sign Boudet with them looking for new heavyweight talent. I guess it's because they don't see him moving the needle ever with all wins by decision. The heavyweight division needs like a breakthrough. We'll pray for a breakthrough for the heavyweight division. I hope that it happens. I hope there's some type of fucking heavyweight, transition. When has Dana had a successful business relationship with a heavyweight champ? I don't know. Stipe, they were kind of cool. When your brother passed, he said he saw 3 entities, one from heaven, one from here, purgatory, one from hell. How did he tell you that? That's really interesting. Tell me more. Oh, shout out Pal Joe. He got gifted a membership and then he kicked the love right back. It went to Trip 1345. Shout out Pal Joe for gifting a membership. What a generous gem to society. I appreciate you, bro. W in chat, Pal Joe. Welcome to the members. Hey, I'm doing a members stream tonight. So I have late night live at about 8:30. I might even go a little earlier. And then immediately following the late night live, I am doing the members only stream. So if you are a member, we can chop it up there. You think Rocket should move to heavyweight? It's not a bad idea, to be honest. Who's Rocket scheduled to fight? Off the top of my head, I don't remember. Stipe did not like Dana and felt disrespected by him. He said that numerous times. Only heavyweight he had a good relationship with was Brock Lesnar in DC. Yep. You're right. Those were the big two. Drop the link. You want to be a member? I got you, bro. If you want to member up, maybe, you know, you had the membership, but it expired. You want to re-up. Did you get the JDM Islam news right? It's like an unconfirmed rumor at the moment, but I think it does come to reality. People don't like the idea of purgatory makes you account for your actions. I guess that's fair. How do you see the Mirzakhanov fight against Rakic going? I feel like Mirzakhanov could crack him, but Rakic's chin pretty good. 3-round fight. I feel like it's close, man. Rakic might win a decision there. He's got the length advantage, but Mirzakhanov's tricky as fuck, and he's powerful too. I feel like I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. That's one of those fights that's hard for me to predict. You trade a year off your life for Reyes to beat Alberg. Thank you, Hollow Heretic. What a fucking noble sacrifice. What a noble sacrifice, bro. Win or lose, Rakic might want to consider heavyweight. It would spice things up. I completely agree, Brendo. I like the idea of him going up. I think it does spice things up. I think right now we need some spice, man. 100%. What was Connor appealing for, AJ? Prime Connor? His fucking pre-fight banter? His precise power? Just easy to blow up. UFC uploaded a video yesterday on their YouTube page titled Japan's one-way ticket to a UFC champ with all Tyra's fights. If that doesn't tell you they want him to win, I don't know what does. Oh, they definitely do. Because that Japanese market is like still kind of untapped in essence. I think they want to do a big fight at Saitama Super Arena. That'd be sick. I mean, listen, I'd love to see Rakic move up to heavyweight. I definitely think he could beat like a Mick Parkin. The case that he lost an appeal for. Oh, was it the R word case? Pride was the shit in Japan back in the day. I love to see a card at Saitama. UFC at Saitama Super Arena. Bring a little flair. Bring a little energy from Pride FC back. That'd be pretty cool. Saitama, Jay. I am Saitama, Jay. Kaya Sakura, if he wins against Tim Elliott, could be the fight for Tyra if Tyra wins. You have a $100 bet that pays $20K for Tom and JDM to be a champ on December 31st. CK, I think you're very live to make $20,000. You better pray that JDM gets past the fucking test. Love the Reyes vid. It deserved more attention. Y'all check it out in between streams. Shout out Hollow Heretic hyping up my video. I told you, man, it's a cult classic banger. That was for the hardcores of the community, man. Japan is too into anime now. They want mystical powers in their fights. They still sell out the Ryzen events, though. There's still a lot of fans. Soccer kicks allowed for the Japan card would be insane. They won't do it, but that'd be crazy. Jeremy Raphael, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate you, bro. Really, it's a re-up of the membership, but I appreciate you rejoining, buddy. I don't know. I thought he settled it too. I didn't see this information that you're talking about on X or anything. I don't know if it's not mainstream yet or what. That video was a banger. Thanks, Brendo. It was a cult classic banger, dude. Japanese J, all W's, bro. Chat, let's get 70 likes up in here. We're at 62. We got 70 watching. The numbers have varied throughout the stream, but yeah, let's get 70 likes. Hit the button. An appeal means Connor was having a different judge and jury look at the case and see if the original ruling could be overturned, and they said no. So, sorry, McGregor. Am I rocking with JDM too? I don't know yet for sure, but early lean, sure. I'm torn, bro. I really can only make a clear-headed decision the week before when I sit down and just decide, you know? Hey, shout out to the McCaffrey bros. Thank you for the $5, bro. What's up, AJ? Keep the donut train running. Had BSD versus Ruffy officially been announced and who you got to win? I'm going Ruffy. I think he's live. He might end up getting a submission just to prove a fucking point. But I definitely think Ruffy is taking it home, Mr. McCaffrey bros. And thank you for the $5, homie. Thank you for the 5, brother. You got an ESPN notification about it? All right, should I look it up? All right, let's go Conor McGregor news. It was in the Nikita Hand SA case. The civil case. Yep. So he's not facing criminal charges. Damn, son. Conor McGregor. Ruffy by KO, devastating fashion in BSD hometown. That's what I think is going to happen, bro. I think it's going to be devastating fashion in Ruffy's home country. Or in BSD's home country. Feels good to have you back, Jeremy Raphael. I'm glad to see the members moving again, man. Shout out to the people. No, Conor did not beat the case. Connor's still in the same spot that he was. No jail time. But he had to pay her a certain amount of money, I think. Yeah, no jail time on the line. 84% of the chat is picking Ruffy to win. I think he's going to be a huge favorite and essentially seems like a given lock against BSD at UFC Paris. He'll just need to pay off whoever he needs to stay out of prison. They did it as a civil case too. Yeah, me and Finchman are on the same dogs. We're actually having the exact same picks for the card. Me and Finch are lined up 100%. Even Stevens on the fucking predictions, which not that common. Connor seems to be attracted to 4s and 5s, which is insane because the mother of his children is pretty attractive. It's the fucking McGregor. I don't know. I got no comment, bro. I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, me and Finch having the same picks is rare. I think maybe it's a clean sweep coming. Finch is known as Mr. Apex, so. Connor Leagues didn't help the case is funny. Ruffy by KO is definitely a lock, but I'm scared he'll slow down like he usually does if he doesn't KO BSD and then get subbed. I don't think BSD's subbing him. I mean, maybe at worst he would lose the 3rd round, but I'm going to predict him to win. What BSD backers choose him for? Probably submission threat. No clean sweep. The Iron Side is predicting Magny. You think Magny handles Zaleski? A little resurgence from Magny? Kind of probably likes those 4 and 5s personalities. Is crazy. BSD is like just a pressure fighter. Grappling, brawling, a mix of it all. Is John sleeping well? It's well known PEDs take years off your life. I have one that is passing. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I hope he's sleeping all right. I hope he's sleeping good. I hope he's sleeping good in the hood. Bum 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 bum. Oh whoa 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 whoa. BSD is literally just move forward, strike, and smash with 0 head movement and striking defense. Yep. Vallejos KO, Rebovix KO plus 485, but the Rebovix fight could end up going distance. You like the good battle of unks. Magny Zaleski is good matchmaking. I think Magny could grapple him to a decision in the small cage or potentially find a finish from top position. Listen, I respect the call. I was torn on it. I went Zaleski, though. Live tonight? Yes, Tim Febby. I'm doing late night live tonight. Late night live and members there afterwards. So, make sure you tune in. Make sure you tune in to the boy because the content don't stop. What are your thoughts on Joey Swole getting canceled? I saw it. It was like he had hyped up Hulk Hogan, then he had backed down and sent out an apology. In doing so, it's like he apologized to people that were unwilling to forgive him and probably would pick him apart for anything. But in also doing so, he lost the support of like the other people that are like, nah, fuck apologizing, stand on business. Yeah, pretty unfortunate for Joey Swole. Brendo has had some money calls. We were both on Salikov and Mystic Brendo had Grant, but I flipped with them on. You're a Savage Hall already. I feel like the only lock is Vallejos KO. I feel like Tarek will win by sub. He might. I do think Vallejos handles business. Check X AJ. I'm looking right now. The best day ever watching AJ shave. Rockich was his lock that card. Got cooked. Oh, yeah, it's classic. That's funny as fuck. Classic. That's funny. Maggie got TKO'd back to back by absolute monster power punchers. But let's not forget Zaleski got TKO'd in his last fight. Totally fair, Brendo. Totally fair. I get the pick. Zaleski's not in the most confident for me for a reason. When is Ruffy slowed down? He literally has one loss, and it's by KO in the second round. He has KO wins in the third. Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. They're thinking about that fight against Thick Boy, who missed weight and fought him and pushed him a little bit in round 3. Rocket's got a fight coming up. He's a lock. Him and Mirzakhanov is going to be interesting. Abu Dhabi always gets big names. I love betting their cards outside of the sketchy judges. Fair. Sketchy Abu Dhabi judging. Lawn Top. There he is. Yeah. Hamas Yantop. Hamas Yantop. Chemis Yantop. Shave J was a cult classic, bro. To be fair, the Yantop fight could have ended a few times. How many times did he drop him? A fuckload. And the thing is, the guy missed weight, and then they had to move the fight up. So, some intangibles that probably enhanced his durability a bit. Azamat's a tough test for Rakic, for sure. Azamat's really good. He's undefeated, for God's sake. Hell of a fight. Hell of a fucking fight. And I'm looking forward to it. Besides Vallejos by KO, what's another lock for this week? Tyra by sub? I don't know. Bro. Besides combat, what else do you enjoy? I mean, I like watching some good TV shows. I like comedy and shit. Like working out, of course. Even at a 6-inch height disadvantage, I think Azamat could find the chin of Rakic. He definitely could, but Rakic from distance is going to be a factor. It's an interesting matchup. Comedy J and Jim J. I'm a simple man these days, bro. Down to business. Hang out with Jersey Girl. Hang out with some friends, family, the usual vibe. I'm scared off sub calls. KO with double chance, a straight money line for me, unless it's Pantoja. No, I think that's better off. Simple man, Jay. I think that's better off. I feel like Chimaev, but like, of course, I still think in the back of my mind, DDP's live. Favorite comedian? I don't know, man. There's a lot of good ones out there. I think like Maniscalco's pretty funny Italian style comedy. I like Joey Diaz, just random ass humor. I still think Kevin Hart's funny. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. I mean, I like comedy actors. Obviously, like fucking Adam Sandler is a fucking goat. Surprised you still have friends, AJ. Most of us lose our friends from betrayal. I have some pretty good homies that I've known for 10 plus years, bro. Almost 20 years. Matt McCuster, my goat, but those are all good picks. Matt McCuster. Who the fuck is that? Listen, chat. I'm about to sign off and eat something. That is true, Brendo. Waits does come in with the fucking depressing shit. You're so right. Come on, Waits. Listen, guys. I'll be back later for the late night live. Hit the likes here. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in a couple hours, okay? Members also later. Bye-bye.